You know how you get high and you have like these marijuana thoughts, bro? Like all of this shit, right? Like all this
Like,
shit. Look,
I got a dope idea.
you gotta write that, yo. But all this shit, like this skin, nose, all this shit is just for show. All we are is just our brain, bro.
Do you believe in
Crystals.
and sage and incense and
Let me see that. Say this. I don't believe in anything.
Oh, that's right. You don't believe in anything.
I don't know. I don't know if I believe in it or not. I feel like I don't know. I know Rose believes in it a great deal. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. I don't mind sage. You know, I don't feel like sage is I don't know. I feel different about bad energies. You know what I mean? Some people say it gets rid of the bad energy, but I feel like I don't know. I don't feel like people can leave like an energy in your house. I don't feel that way. I do believe in energies. I do believe that, you know, people can leave something behind. I don't believe people will leave a bad energy in your house and that it'll just be like lingering in your home and you just kind of walk through the shit and then you and your wife be arguing and shit all day long. I don't think it works like that.
hold on. To go back to what I'm saying about the crystals and all of the mystic things that's there, I believe it's your mind state and how it affects you on a chemical level, if you believe it or not, and how it helps you. If you don't have no belief in that shit, I don't believe it does nothing. I don't believe it does shit. But if you believe it and it can help you psychologically, I believe it has a hell of a benefit. A hell of a benefit.
Now, while that might not mean jack shit to you, it means a hell of a lot to me.
You see what I mean? And I think that's what it is. If you stay positive, you're constantly trying to tell yourself, you're not unhappy. I'm not unhappy. I'm not unhappy. I'm not unhappy. And you are unhappy. And you need to go through that emotion in order to get through your happiness. Because to get to your happiness, because unhappiness, being unhappy is normal, is human. It's okay. It happens. You have to figure out how. Is it something that you can get through? Is it something that you could put yourself through? Is it something that you could eat a tub of ice cream and you'll be good? Is it something that you need to do something a little bigger and go see a therapist and then you'll be a little better? You know what I mean? I feel like a lot with the positivity outlook, you're missing out on some human steps that you need to take. And that's the one thing that I do not like about this whole positive negative concept. People are they're forgetting, just like you said, we're forgetting that whole gray area. There's a whole gray area between positive and negative. And there's a whole gray area of feelings, all emotions. Like between that gray area, you have positive here and negative here. In this gray area, you got positive, negative, positive, negative. You know what I mean? Like at different little intervals, you know, you might have this much stress or positivity and this much negativity or missing, you know, like whatever the hell. But you know, there's a whole gray area up in here that we're forgetting about, because if you're negative, if you wake up on the wrong side of the bed, I'm going to look at you as a negative person. But if you're positive, you're cheery, I'm always going to come to you because you always know the right thing to say because you're always so happy. And people always forget about this whole gray area of being a human being. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree. But I feel like the stones and all of that shit helps with that, because it can help people keep themselves in a positive space. And the fact that anyone saying that shit is not real, or saying that it's false, or saying any of that stuff, it kind of makes you seem like kind of a dick. Because if I'm saying like, oh yeah, them stones don't really do shit, well, how do you know that doesn't help me on a conscious level?
Did you ask the person if it's real or what they think? Because if you ask the person what they thought, then
yeah. So like if you like, you know, people that, and obviously they don't have stones because they want to be evil or think evil. They got this shit because they want to think positive. So yeah, I'm saying that's the reason why I'm like, if you believe in sage, you believe in incense, you believe in candles, you believe in meditation, you believe in yoga, you believe in any of that shit, and it's helping you become a better person or helping you have a better outlook, then what's the problem with it? The only issue is when it starts to get used for people's profit and people start using it to take advantage of you. Now that's the shit I don't like. You ever heard about that nigga that created hot yoga?
I think so. Was it Bikram?
Why do you think Americans are so fascinated by yoga? It seems like everywhere you go, there's a yoga studio.
Because of me.
He's proud of his success. At the time, he even gave us a tour of his garage full of luxury cars.
This is 1953 Bentley. Look at the design from here, baby.
Bikram's commercialism and his brash personality have made him a controversial figure in the yoga world, but he has no time for his critics.
People sometimes become famous and well known. There is a group of people get jealous. People talk bad about Jesus also.
Jesus Christ.
But he was, sitting there, doing what all types of men with power do. Taking advantage, stealing the money, buying houses, mansions, condos and shit. Fucking on the broads anytime he can fuck on the broads. Using the volunteers basically as slave labor. Showing people his dick. All that type of shit. Let's do stretching butt naked today. You know what I'm saying? Like all of that goofy shit.
And see, and that's the thing. Like most people who are in the art of wheeling and dealing, they usually are a scam artist, man. Unfortunately, like name one positive person that teaches about like God or spirituality or anything like that. Like you got Joel Osteen who hide money in the church. What'd you hide money for, bro? You know what I mean? Then you got yes, and then
you won't let nobody come in your church during the flood.
Bro, won't even let.
That's for the church, nigga. The church is there to protect the people. Goofy.
Right. So there's just a Creflo Dollar. Like there's just not a lot of good people that teach you the good word. You know what I mean? That's why it's back to what your question was a few minutes ago when you had said, is it wrong for people if it teaches you positivity? No, it's not. But also, here's what you have to understand is for those people who you say they may not agree with the Stones or this or that. Understand something. When you've come from being just like a believer of anything for your whole life, and then you just come to the realization that you're not, like it just seems as if like your whole life you've been swindled. You just people have been telling you to do this and do that, and nothing's happening for it. And you turn on the TV, and then something happens to people like you, of your kind, and the family who should be prosecuting the people who did something to their child. They're saying, "Oh no, it's okay. We forgive this person. It's in God's hands. Like God will forgive this person," and it's like no justice has been done. It just kind of seems as if like, really, where is God? Or where is whoever it is that you believe in, right? So that's why it's so hard to believe in. Now we're taking God and you're taking that and you're saying it's in the universe. It's in these crystals. It's in this smoke, this stick that smells good. You know what I mean? And you just, when you come out of it, you just want to shake the person and be like, yo, see the light. Like it's not real. None of it's true. Like I am a firm believer of you are where you are in your life because of the actions that you've taken. Whether that be good or bad, you've made this action to make you are where you are in your life. It's not God's fault. It's not the devil's fault. It's not the universe's fault. It's nobody else's fault. You brought yourself here to where you are, whether that be good or bad, So like when you come out of that, just I guess kind of that religious stupor, you kind of want to shake other people at first, right? You want to be like, yo, just wake up. It's okay. You're gonna be fine. It's not real. Just and you just want to get through to people. But after a while, you have to understand. You do understand, like yo, just like you said before. I've said this myself. I can't get mad at a Christian for coming up to me and saying, yo, have a blessed day. And then having like a Muslim coming up to me saying Assalamu alaikum. Because if they come up to me and say Assalamu alaikum, I'm like, oh brother, malaikum salam. I ain't even gotta believe what you believe, but all love and blessings. You know what I mean? So I have to be that way towards everyone. You can't be hurt all the time. Like you have to get over that pain. You see what I mean? And I think that's really what it is, man. It's like you just want to kind of smack people out of that whole little phase or stage that they've been in and be like, open up your eyes and realize. But then what we don't really see is that it is making you a better person. It is making you happier. It is bringing you out of, because don't get me wrong, man, I know some people who've been alcoholics or on drugs, and they believe in Christ, or they believe in this religion or that, and they've gotten them out of that. They don't have to rely on that anymore. Yeah. So it helps. So it definitely helps, you know what I mean? But you still can't get over the fact that there's some people who can't get over the fact that while Jesus saves, like, there was a lot of babies killed in the Bible, man. Like, slavery was a thing. I don't think God likes black people too much. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of things that it does say in the Bible that, you know, being gay is wrong. It's a sin. It does say that. I'm an ally, but what about the person you believe in? You know, so it's hard to kind of put all your faith into that and then say, well, if you do what I say, then you'll go to heaven. And then that's just more questions about heaven and hell and all that other stuff. So, but regardless, I don't think anybody's trying to hurt your feelings when they don't want you to believe in something. It's that they just want you to believe. They want you to know that you are good enough because you are in the position that you are in because of you. But also, if you want to praise God for getting you where you are, or your crystals for being there, or whatever it is you believe in, then cool, do you. But you have to allow those people to stop being hurt to get over that in order for them to see the real vision, which is it's what makes you happy.
Hey, thank y'all for listening to the podcast for this week. I really hope y'all enjoyed it. If you want to listen to the full audio version of the podcast, go to Apple Podcasts in the link in the description below. Make sure that you make sure you subscribe, and on Apple Podcasts, make sure you give us 5 stars. If you want to comment to us, you can go ahead and hit us up on Instagram, link below, or on Twitter, where we be causing and acting a fool. Peace.